The Supreme Court has discussed some general principles underlying Order to Rule 2 of the Civil Procedure Code 1908 CPC. The court was deciding appeals preferred against the judgment of the Madras High Court by which it allowed the second appeal and restored the plaint. The two-judge bench comprising Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice R. Mahadevan explained the following principles. The object of Order to Rule 2 is to prevent the multiplicity of suits, and the provision is founded on the principle that a person shall not be vexed twice for one and the same cause. 2. The mandate of Order to Rule 2 is the inclusion of the whole claim arising in respect of one and the same cause of action in one suit. It must not be misunderstood to mean that all the different causes of action arising from the same transaction must be included in a single suit. 3. Several definitions have been given to the phrase cause of action, and it can safely be said to mean every fact which would be necessary for the plaintiff to prove, if traversed, in order to support his right to the judgment of the court. Such a cause of action has no relation whatsoever to the defense that may be set up by the defendant, nor does it depend upon the character of the relief which is prayed for by the plaintiff, but refers to the media upon which the plaintiff asks the court to arrive at a conclusion in his favor. 4. Similarly, several tests have been laid out to determine the applicability of Order to Rule 2 to a suit. While it is acknowledged that the same heavily depends on the particular facts and circumstances of each case, it can be said that a correct and reliable test is to determine whether the claim in the new suit is in fact founded upon a cause of action distinct from that which was the foundation of the former suit. Additionally, if the evidence required to support the claims is different, then the causes of action can also be considered to be different. Furthermore, it is necessary for the causes of action in the two suits to be identical in substance and not merely technically identical. Conclusion: the principles governing the applicability of the provisions of Order to Rule 2 do not operate as a bar when the subsequent suit is based on a cause of action different from that on which the first suit was based, and that the identity of the causes of action in both the suits must be the material consideration before the court which decide the applicability of this provision to a second suit filed by the plaintiff, said the court. The court was of the view that the bar under Order to Rule 2 would not be applicable to the facts of the case. It, therefore, held that the bar under the provisions of Order to Rule 2 CPC would not stand in the way of the institution of the second suit by the respondent plaintiff. Accordingly, the apex court dismissed the appeals.